Hello friends, welcome to 24 into 7 Steno. Friends, with your love and support, our channel has got its join button. Information regarding the same, like how you can join and the services provided with join button, are given in description box. You can check it in description box. Friends, this dictation was given from High Speed Shorthand Volume 10. I have also provided the link to purchase ebook through amazon.com. You can purchase the ebook from the link provided in the description box, or you can also search high speed shorthand in amazon.com or amazon.in and all other platforms of Amazon like Amazon, Kindle, etc. This book is available in all platforms in ebook format. If you want hard copy of this book, kindly contact on email provided in the description. So let's start the dictation. Honorable Chairperson, Sir, I would now refer to some of the salient features of this bill. I must say that the bill falls to consider the crucial aspects in its totality. Clause 43 in bracket C bracket close of the bill states that the council shall consist of the following members, namely a person who has been a judge of the Supreme Court or Chief Justice of a High Court or a judge of a High Court, or an eminent person having special knowledge and experience in the conduct or administration of arbitration, to be appointed by the central government in consultation with the Chief Justice of India. There is no clarity on what constitutes his oblique her eminence. It is vague and unclear. I suggest that a separate clause be added to define in detail the qualifications and prerequisites and eligibility criteria for the eminent members, as it is required beyond any doubt, since we need to maintain integrity in matters of business reconciliation. Sir, in clause 43 C in bracket F bracket close, it is stated that one representative of a recognized body of commerce and industry, chosen on rotational basis by the central government, who would be a part-time member. Here again, the same problem will arise as the qualifications and eligibility criteria are not detailed in the bill, and such an ambiguity will give way to unethical and influenced inclusions, thereby affecting the purpose of the process. I suggest that a detailed criteria be added as an amendment to ensure ethical probity. In order to defend the probity for international arbitration, one cites the case of Article V in bracket 2 bracket close in bracket B bracket close of the New York Convention and Article 36 of the UNCITRAL Model Law as enshrined in the public policy of the forum, based on which arbitral awards may be refused enforcement by the courts. They provide that recognition and enforcement of an arbitral award may also be refused if the competent authority in the country where recognition and enforcement is sought finds that the recognition or enforcement of the award would be contrary to the public policy of that country. Sir, I would like to urge upon the government that ethical probity must be the cardinal content and principle of arbitration, and the bill must not be vague or unclear about this, as international arbitration is an area where even a single omission of honesty will be damaging the integrity of the country and its standing. Stop. Friends, this dictation was given at the speed of 60 words per minute. This is very important dictation for examination purpose. I hope you liked the dictation and you have written it properly and completely. Let's end this video. We will provide another video like this very soon. Thank you.